Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum dear students. Today we are going to discuss few of the institutes. Those are very prominent in the history of the education of the subcontinent. And these institutes were founded on the base of the principles of Aligarh. As you know that Aligarh movement, it showed a new hope to the people. It gave them a vision, and there were people who were inspired by the teachings of Sir Syed Ahmad Khan. So, as you know that Sir Syed Ahmad Khan's personality influenced a lot of people. So they also wanted to establish such kind of institutes which will bring definitely a new hope for the people of the other areas of that time. So the people of Lahore also, they were established, they were influenced by Sir Syed Ahmad Khan. So they established an institute which was named Anjuman-e-Himayat-e-Islam in 1884. Munshi Chiragh Deen started his efforts, and few of the people also joined him. Khalifa Hamiduddin, Maulana Ghulamullah Kasuri and Peer Shamsuddin. These were the prominent founders of this Anjuman-e-Himayat-e-Islam. There were few objectives of this institute. Of course, they wanted to arrange the religious education for the people, and they wanted to preserve the Islamic values and the influence of the Christianity and Hindu teaching, and definitely, and then the social and the cultural development of the Muslims, because they have been living with these Hindus from the last few centuries. So they were influenced by their customs and teachings. So they wanted to remind them again that what are the true teachings of Islam, and then of course to promote and publish Islamic literature. And then the Muslim orphans, they wanted them to give them proper education. So they should be the part of the society in a better way. So these were the objectives. So Anjuman-e-Himayat-e-Islam, it also had a very active part in the freedom movement. It also established other colleges in the Lahore, 2 male and 1 female college, 1 law college, adult education centers and many other schools. Amir Habibullah Khan, the Afghan king, laid the foundation stone of Islamia College Lahore in 1907. Okay, as you can see that this institute was founded on the basis of the Aligarh principles. So the focus was on the modern education. Then the next institute is Sindh Madrasatul Islam in 1885. Okay, so the people of the Sindh, they were also inspired by Sir Syed Ahmad Khan, and they also started a movement for to eliminate the miseries of the Muslims through education, through modern education. So Hasan Ali Afandi and few of his companions, they started this Madrasatul Islam in 1885. Actually, Hasan Ali Afandi visited MAO College, and he was so much inspired by the patron of the MAO College, Mohammedan Anglo-Oriental College, that when he came back, he wanted to establish such kind of institute for the people of the Sindh. So when he came back from Aligarh, though the people opposed him, he faced so many problems, but at the end he was succeeded in establishing this madrasa, and actually it was the continuation of the Aligarh movement, like they wanted to give modern education to the Muslims. Now this Madrasatul Islam produced very prominent figures in the history. Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah was also the student of the Sindh Madrasatul Islam, and few of the names I'll tell you here. Sir Abdullah Haroon, Sir Shah Nawaz Bhutto, Muhammad Ayub Khodo, and Sir Ghulam Hussain and other were also produced by the same madrasa. Quaid-e-Azam came to the inauguration of the Sindh Madrasa College in 1943, and I'll tell you his quote that I knew each and every inch of this institution. No doubt I am very enthusiastic at the time of opening the new classes where 50 years ago I studied and played. So these were the feelings of the Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah, which he shared with the people at that day. In 1939, Quaid-e-Azam willed his property to few of the institutes like Muslim University Aligarh, Islamia College Peshawar and Sindh Madrasatul Islam. He gave his property to these institutes.